Hey everyone, how are you guys doing? Welcome back to my channel. This is Roger with Vantage Realty and Home Loans. Thank you so much for joining me. Today, I'm going to talk to you guys about what the hell a mortgage broker even is. So if you don't already know, I'm a mortgage broker. So I'm going to explain to you what it is to be a mortgage broker versus a mortgage lender versus your retail bank. Chase, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, the banks that are on every single corner. When should you use that bank? When should you use a mortgage broker like myself? So I'm going to get into that. So if that sounds interesting, please keep watching. All right, guys. So if you are looking to buy a house, there's a couple different options that you have to get a loan. Okay. You can go down the street and go to your local bank. You can go to Bank of America, Wells Fargo, any bank, and they offer mortgages. So you can get a home loan through them. Or you can work with someone like me. So I'm a mortgage broker. I work with 15 different banks, and I can get you a loan, a competitive rate on a loan by shopping around and seeing which bank's going to offer you the best deal. Okay, so I'm going to show you what it's like to work with someone like me and some of the good and the bad with the mortgage lenders that I work with. So I work with 15 different lenders. I'm going to show you an email I received, some bad news that I got from one of the lenders that I work with, who I love. So this email is from UWM, United Wholesale Mortgage. I love UWM. They're a great lender to work with. They're fast, tech savvy, really competitive rates. But check out this shitty news I got. So in response to COVID, there are several overlays for new loans underwritten on or after March 31st. Okay. Any mention of reserves required below will be cumulative in addition to any reserve required by respective AUS. So what that means is we're adding rules to get a loan with us. You have to have a 680 FICO score, but if it's 680 or less, the maximum debt to income ratio is 40%. Okay. Typically it's 50%. They dropped it to 40. Basically what they're doing, just a real simple explanation, they're making it harder to get a loan. If you have a lower credit score, it's going to be harder to get a loan with them. Now, if you have an investment property, okay, you need an additional 6 months of reserves for each investment property and second home that you own. This really sucks, right? So this bank, I get an email saying, hey, we're making all these changes. This is what we can do. And at first glance, I was like, man, this sucks. This is terrible. But real quickly, I was able to change my perspective because I'm a mortgage broker. So I started looking at some of my other lenders and what they're doing in this time. This is being filmed April 1st, right in the middle of the coronavirus. People are losing their jobs. Unemployment's predicted to be at an all-time high. All these crazy things are happening. But I am lucky enough to work with so many different lenders that although some banks or some lenders that I work with are making things harder, there's other banks that are making things easier. So let me show you an email I got from Home Point Financial. This is this is from the lender. This is another bank that we work with. So here I got an email 4 hours ago that says for FHA, we are continuing with no overlays, but some added overlays for VA. So they're not changing a single thing when it comes to VA loans. That's amazing. It's getting, from what I'm hearing in the community, it's getting really hard to get an FHA loan, but I have lenders that can get you an FHA loan. No problem, no overlays, no extra rules, no more hoops to jump through. Here's an interview with Bob Walters from Quicken Loans and a little update about what Quicken Loans is up to. They're another bank that we work with. Check this out.
In your opinion, I know you can't predict the future, but you're a smart guy. What is this for the long-term future of FHA and government lending, in your opinion? I know it's a unique time where that cash might be a lot to float, but in the long term, FHA business.
Yeah, in the long term, the FHA program isn't going to go anywhere. Clearly, there'll be some challenges, especially if delinquencies go way, way up as a result of the economic devastation that we're seeing right now. And there'll be concerns about that. But it's an important program for the country. It's an important program for borrowers. It's why we're proud to participate in it.
Basically, what Bob came out and said in this video was in the long run, FHA is not going anywhere. So I got this other email from Home Point Financial. This was one day ago. This was yesterday, March 31st, 2020. Pricing warning for the better. Conventional loans have increased by 50 bips. That means 0.5%. And 260 bips. That's almost 2% on FHA and USDA loans. You can pre-lock your loans now. So Home Point Financial, during this difficult time, is able to offer us loans that other banks aren't. So that's one of the great things about working with me. I have all these different lenders that I can go to and get you a really, really kick-ass loan, get you a kick-ass rate. So when should you go to your retail bank? Okay, in what situations? I just want to be honest because I'm not here to serve everybody. I'm not here to get every single person a loan, right? So I work with primarily, creating wealth for middle-class people, working class people. I have some clients that are multi-millionaires and have done multi-million-dollar deals. But the majority of the people that I work with are middle class, and that fires me up. I love working with those people because I want to be able to create wealth for them through real estate, right? And that's one of the surefire ways that we can create wealth and scale up, move up, and make more money, have more wealth, pass it down to our kids, create generational wealth. It's through real estate. So that's the majority of my clients. So I have clients in their 20s, 30s. They've been waiting to buy a house till this moment, right? They've been saving, working hard, saving their money, and they need a loan right now. So I'm lucky enough to be able to deliver that to them in this time where some banks are closing, some banks are completely shutting down, they're going out of business. So back to my original point, which was, when should you work with a retail bank? When are retail banks better than working with someone like me? I have a lot of friends that work at Chase and Bank of America and Wells Fargo, and they do mortgages. So we talk all the time. And they're able to offer really good loans for high net worth individuals. And if you have really, really top of the line, excellent credit, excellent assets, they offer special incentives to doctors. So if you're a doctor, you're super high net worth. If you go to Chase, you go to Bank of America, and you have millions of dollars of investments with them, you're going to get a better deal than I would be able to get you. They offer much lower rates, much I'm getting beat on those types of loans by 0.5% in certain situations. So if you have a lot of money invested with Bank of America in their retirement accounts and things like that, they will offer a real competitive rate. Okay, so those are the types of situations where you want to go to a bank like that, where jumbo loans, high $1 million loans, $2 million loans, in those ranges, I could still be competitive depending on who you are. But if you have a lot of cash with these banks, they're going to be able to get you a better deal. So those are the types of situations where you want to go to a retail bank. And what you need to realize, or what most people don't even realize, is those banks, those retail banks, their main business is checking accounts, money, holding your money. That's what banks were made to do. So when it comes to mortgage lending, it's not their bread and butter. It's just not. Their main goal is to have you open an account and put your money in there. That's their main business. They'll offer you a mortgage because you're already inside of their branch, so they can easily pitch you another product. They already have you as a customer, so it makes sense for them to offer mortgage lending, but it's not what they do best. These lenders that I work with, all they do is mortgage loans. That's their main business. So they're going to do everything possible to be competitive, work quickly, underwrite your loans quickly, offer amazing customer service, because this is all they have. They don't have checking accounts, savings accounts, CDs, auto loans, car loans, mortgages, investment. They're not doing 20 things like Chase is doing. And nothing against Chase. Chase is a great company, great bank, and All the power to them, not hating on them at all. But the lenders that I work with, like Quicken Home Loans, United Wholesale Mortgage, American, Home Point Financial, The Lender, Sprout Mortgage, Citadel, the list goes on and on. All they're doing is mortgages. That's it. So they're going to give their all to make sure to keep you happy and keep our brokers like us happy and offer the best deals and the best service. So that's basically the difference between working with a retail bank versus working with a mortgage broker like me. So hopefully that ramble made sense. Hope I was able to shed some light on the difference between working with a mortgage broker like myself and a retail bank. So a lot of differences. Again, just to wrap up, it might be better to work with Bank of America in some situations. It might be better to work with Chase in some situations and not work with me, which is totally fine. It's just good to know the difference and where to go first and who to look for. And honestly, in my opinion, I think brokers are better because I'm a broker. So obviously I'm going to say that. But if you are high net worth, you have millions of dollars, it'd be better to go with possibly a Bank of America or Wells or something like that. But they don't have the flexibility that I do because I work with so many banks. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video. I just thought I'd hop on and make something real quick because I felt inspired. I was really excited at the fact that I'm able to do this during this crazy time, the coronavirus and banks closing and people going out of work. It's just, I feel really grateful to be able to still help people. So if you have any questions, comments, please leave them below. I'd love to hear from you guys and see what questions you have and give me ideas for future videos. What do you guys want to learn about? What do you want to know more about? Please let me know. If you enjoyed, please subscribe and hit the bell. I'm coming out with videos every single Friday, and I'm trying to make 1 or 2 videos in between then. So again, hope you guys are all safe and doing well, and I'll see you guys next time.